Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 616. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead, click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. Join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, promote your business, and or your special event. All of that would be great. It would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So let me put on my specs because I see a message already. Kaboom! William M. Andrews is here. First, he says, good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. Good afternoon, William. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good summer. I hope you're having a good summer so far. And fist bump from William. Love that. Kaboom, fist bump, William. And of course, my favorite phrase of all time, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. Love that. Again, and William is saying he is having a good summer. That's great. That is really great. Yeah, last time I saw you was on campus, North Carolina Central University. I know school's out now. So I know you're enjoying yourself, having a really, really great summer indeed. So let me move my keyboard out of the way. And what I'm going to do now is to go to durhamskywriter.com. On the Word page, I'm on the Word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services to check out. Go up and down the page, see what pertains to you. Maybe you can find a place to volunteer at. You can find something to help yourself, your family, etc. Okay, Malachi's here saying that her birthday's coming up on. Wait, let me click on it. Hey, Malachi. And your birthday's coming up on July 4th. That is so wild to have a birthday on July 4th. That is, so you get fireworks for your birthday every year. I mean, that's great. And Malachi's saying, I am so ready for my birthday. Okay. And like I said, she gets to have fireworks every year. And people are like, well, it's the 4th of July. She said, well, it's my birthday. What are you going to do about that? There you go. So that's awesome. I hope I remember on July 4th. I probably won't be doing a show because I usually don't do a show on holidays, but I know on July 3rd I'll be telling you happy birthday. That's for sure. Let me see what day of the week is that? July 4th is on isn't that convenient? It's on a Saturday this year. Okay. And I'll be at Durham Central Park that morning for the Children's Independence Day Parade. I've been DJing for that event for the past 15 years, for years. I don't even know when I started, but I've been doing that for years. So, in advance, happy birthday. So what I need to do now is to continue here on the Word page, and I'm going to respect your time. So again, there are programs and services for you to check out. I added a few because I've been going to these resource fairs and picking up flyers. Oh, if you hear a knocking sound, I hope you don't, but I have a feeling you can hear a sound. My clothes are in the dryer, and if it bothers you, let me know. I'll just run and turn off temporarily. So let me know if it's too loud, and I will run and turn it off because I know it can be distracting. Let me know if you can hear that. So let's see. I have American Red Cross classes where you can learn how to save lives. You can learn first aid. You can learn how to use AED. Somehow stands for defibrillator, and that's what happens when you're able to be somewhere where there's a defibrillator and you can help someone who's having a heart attack. I heard of someone who ran and got a defibrillator. They were at the airport and they were able to save someone's life. I can't remember which airport. It might have been RDU. I don't know. But anyway, it's good to have defibrillators around, but of course, you have to learn how to use it. So you can definitely do that through the American Red Cross. They have all these different classes. Some are in person, some are online, and some are a combination of the two. They have online only classes, all kinds of different first aid classes. They have adult first aid. They have advanced child care training. They have child and baby first aid, which is very handy. First aid for opioid overdoses, severe bleeding, a different class for severe trauma. They also have a class called Until Help Arrives, because you call 911, but what do you do while you're waiting and the person needs some kind of help? So you can learn what to do by taking this online class. They also have a class in English, water safety for parents and caregivers. Then they have one in Spanish, same thing, seguridad en el agua para padres y cuidadores. And these classes are totally free because it's so important with summer coming. Everybody's going to be rushing out to the beach and taking the kids, to the pools and the local lakes and whatnot. So you need to learn how to keep them safe and keep yourself safe as well. Can you please take me out before it gets here? We'll see, because I'm working now part-time, Malachi. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, I just talked to the folks at Book Harvest. I've been telling you about Book Harvest. They're at 2501 University Drive. They want to help your kids learn how to read and to get ready for school, because reading, pretty much the ability to read and the ability to get information from books, sometimes that makes a huge difference between success and in the world, after school, etc., etc. When I say after school, I mean as an adult. So being able to keep up in school is so important for kids. Sometimes this happens. My mom was a kindergarten teacher, and she told me that sometimes when the parents don't realize that it's their job to get their kids ready for kindergarten, and they arrive without knowing their name, without knowing their alphabet, their colors and stuff, that puts them behind. And then once the kids get behind in school and unable to keep up, sometimes they give up. They think they're stupid, and they're not. If they're unprepared, it's not their fault. But sometimes they give up, and then that leads to trouble. And sometimes, anyway. So Book Harvest, they're stepping in to help you prepare your kids for kindergarten, and to actually let kids know that reading is actually fun. There's so many different types of books for kids, and once they get an interest in books, then that can really carry them forward. So at 2501 University Drive, Tuesdays through Saturdays, you can take your little ones there. There's no admission fee. They have a Book Harvest family space. And parents, you can take your kid, grandparents, guardians, aunties, uncles, etc. Kids can play with puppets, form words on the magnet wall, read, and it's just really fun. Also, if you're there and it's after hours, they have a 24/7 bookshelf outside, so when they're closed, you can still go and pick out books to read and take home. You can read together with your little ones, and again, get that literacy going. Okay, and there's other things happening with Book Harvest, so I want you to check out their post right there on the word page of the Durham Skywriter. Now, the reason I was talking to someone from Book Harvest today was because I was realizing that their annual block club, it's a big event that they have. Is it called block party that they have every year? It's not going to be at the ballpark this year. This year, for the first time, it's going to be in Durham Central Park. And that's going to be next month, so we'll be talking about that soon. Hey, Scopy is here. Let me put Scopy's statement there on camera. Scopy is here. And Scopy, wait a... Oh, you can hear the dryer. I almost said hair dryer. The dryer. Okay, let me go turn that off real quick. Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, wait. Hey, where's my little... Okay, there we go. So I'll be Right back. Talk among yourselves. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I had a feeling you might be able to hear the dryer. But anyway, yeah, sorry about that. So let me line up. Wait, let me get my little prompts back in order. There we go. Okay, so there you go. I turned off the dryer. Okay, so yeah, so I was letting you know that Book Harvest, their big block party is going to be in Durham Central Park. I think the date is Saturday, July 18th from 3 until 6. So, and actually, I think it's a kind of a good deal there because, I mean, the ballpark was great. Um, I don't know. I think Durham Central Park is better. I think it's a better venue. I mean, the ballpark was great, but I think parking was a little weird for people going to the ballpark if they weren't used to going to the ballpark for baseball games. Anyway, let me continue. And Scopy, you're going to be speaking somewhere. Where is that? The community dinner at Elizabeth Street Church. This month, I think you said you're going to be speaking. Am I not correct? So I think it's going to be what, the last Tuesday of the month, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know, because I need to know if I'm wrong. But I think it's the last Tuesday. So yeah, we can't miss you, Scopy. We cannot afford to miss you. So yeah, just want to make sure I have the right date. Now, tomorrow is the day that you let the city know, or the deadline that you let the city know that you want to fill this vacancy on the Workforce Development Board, private sector. So, so Scopy is saying, yes, June 30th. Let me write this down because even though that's, you know, ahead of next week, I still need to make sure that I have it. So, community dinner, Elizabeth Street, Scopy, June 30th. Just to make, I'm sure I have it, but I'm just have to make sure. Okay, thank you, Scopy. All right, now continuing on. So there is a vacancy on the city's Workforce Development Board, private sector. So if you want to fill that, if you want to learn more about it, of course, go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down, you'll see the calendar where it says City of Durham. There's a link there. You click that and you learn more about the vacancy and about what is expected of you in terms of the number of meetings, whether they're, virtual, in person, etc. And then you can make your decision. By end of day tomorrow, hopefully you'll let the city know if you're still interested, if you want to do that, fill that vacancy. Now, next week, they'll be trying to fill 2 vacancies, Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee for Youth and the Racial Equity Commission. So there you go. But for this week, it is Workforce Development Board, private sector. All right, let's see what else is happening. Oh, the Durham County Libraries are open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. The libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. Oh, right. Let me finish this page, and then I'm going to go to the school tools page because the summer reading program is on. It started yesterday. So yeah, let me finish this page first. So let me see. see. Let's go to Durham Tech Small Business Center and let us see what is going on in terms of the classes that are being offered live on Zoom for budding entrepreneurs. You can be any age and be an entrepreneur. So let's see. Oh, another thing while I'm scrolling, gotta tell you, this is actually I was gonna go to the school tools page for this. I'll mention it now because sometimes I have information on more than one page, and I forgot I also have this same information on the Word page. So the Durham Public Schools, they're working with various community organizations, businesses, houses of faith to provide free breakfasts and lunches for kids in need. As you already know, kids who come from families that don't have a whole lot of money very often can get food at school. They can get a free lunch. Sometimes some schools have breakfast. Also, some schools have it so that the kids can take meals home for the weekend, or at least snacks home for the weekend. So knowing this, and knowing that school is out and it might be hard for parents to feed their kids adequately, DPS, they have all these different sites so that young folks ages 1 to 18 can get free breakfasts and free lunches at all these different places throughout the town. And I love this. So if I'm not mistaken, they eat right there. I don't think they get the food to go. So it's not like you can take your kid and tell them to bring back 4 more for the other kids. No, for the most part, I mean, it's not like they have unlimited food. So they want the kids to eat there so they can make sure that everyone gets fed. So, and of course, they don't want the parents to cheat by saying, yeah, bring back 2 and I'll have 1. Yeah, they don't want that to happen. This is for the children, the young folks between 1 and 18. So I did list all the places yesterday. I'm not going to do that every day, but there are right there on the pages of the Durham Skywriter. You probably can't see it. The glare is kind of bad, but I actually have 7 pages, 7 flyers that I photocopied and put on the Word page and also the school tools page, listing all these different places that are off. I've never seen this many places offer food for the little ones. I love this so much that so many places have stepped forward. They're offering their locations available for the young ones to have breakfast, free breakfast and lunch. Love that. So again, if you're looking for help, check out the Durham Skywriter, durhamskywriter.com. And this is called the Sun Meals North Carolina program. And I'm pretty sure, since North Carolina is in the title, that that kids across the state, through their different school systems, can get free meals. But of course, the Durham Skywriter only deals with Durham. So there you go. All right. Now let's go to Durham Tech Small Business Center. Let's see what classes are being offered on Zoom for free for those who want to start a business. So today is Tuesday the 16th. Oh, here's a class that is being offered at 2 o'clock this afternoon from 2 until 3. It's called Cybersecurity 101 for Small Businesses. Yeah, the last thing you want to do when starting a business is to get scammed. So yeah, so you might want to check that out. Here's another class from 5 until 6:30, How to Grow Your Subscriber Base, Part 4. Now, if you missed Parts 1 through 3, I'd still say go ahead and attend anyway. It's free. Why not? And sometimes they're able to catch you up with what you missed by giving a condensed version of what happened in previous classes. So go ahead and take that class. It's from 5 until 6:30. It's live and it's free on Zoom. The link is right there on the Word page under Durham Tech. Okay, here's another class that's being offered tonight from 6 until 7. Magical Hospitality, The Illusion of Effortlessness, Week 2. So I guess magical hospitality, that suggests businesses that serve as opposed to sell. I might be wrong, but if your business involves being nice to people, that's what hospitality means, I guess, then you might want to take this free class from 6 until 7. And I guess even if you don't serve like a hotel or whatever or restaurant, then you still might want to learn the various ways that you can be nice to your customers. Because one thing, I think Maya Angelou said, I can't quote her directly, but it's like you can't, what is it? It's like you can't force people how to think or something like that, but they benefit from the way you make them feel. So I said that totally wrong, but basically my thing is what I took from that phrase, the phrase that I can't remember, is that when you make them feel good, they'll remember you. And I'm sure they'll do business with you too when you make them feel welcome at your business. There's nothing like walking to a business and being totally ignored. Anyway, let me continue. So that are the 3 classes for today and tonight. Oh, let me mention that tomorrow at 2, there's a class that you can sign up for this afternoon in advance. Never too late to start a business at 50 plus. And I already know that's true. I already know because being from Chicago, I had a newspaper in Chicago as well. It was called the South Side Scoop. And I was amazed at how many businesses are being run by retirees. Because very often you retire. I've met so many people even here in Durham. They're retired. They don't want to sit at home. They want to do things. They want to be out in the world. And a lot of them end up starting businesses. So yeah, learn how to start a business at age 50 plus and never think you're too old, because I think that's impossible. There you go. Now let me check with SCORE real quick, because SCORE is also about starting businesses. Let's see. Oh wait, let me check with Legal Aid. Let's see if they have a workshop today. They do. I'm so glad. Okay, so glad I didn't skip that. Okay, Legal Aid of North Carolina. They have these free, these are like workshops. They're called Listen and Learn. And they hold these online. They cover different topics. So today, they'll have a class from 2:30 until 4:30 called Tenant Rights, Listen and Learn. And this is where you learn about your rights and obligations as a residential tenant, and also how to contact legal aid for help. Sometimes their problems happen. And also you can learn all about things like emergency rent assistance. So you might want to check that out. That's going to be later on today from 2:30 until 4:30. All right. Still on my way to SCORE, Service Corps of Retired Executives. Let's see. I added so much, it's taking a long time. There it is. So let's see if there are any classes today. There's a class today. Okay. So the Service Corps of Retired Executives, they offer classes. They have mentors as well. So they have a class today online on Zoom. Simple Steps Starting Your Business. And that is today from 5:30 until 6:30 this evening. There you go. Oh, and senior pharmacists, they're going to have a free class today, and that's going to be in person. It's about Medicare basics. So for those who are approaching age 65, you've heard of Medicare. Maybe you don't know what it's all about, and all about the different, the different categories, parts, A, B, C, and D, et cetera, et cetera. You can learn all about that at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. A senior pharmacist will lead this class today at 6 o'clock. And there's a parking lot right there, so there you go. So actually, there is a link that you can click on, and there's also a phone number to call. You can make your decision which one to hop on to register for this free seminar. All right, there's a lot more on this page, but that's all I'm going to do for today. Right now, let's hop over to the To Your Health page. So it's DurhamSkyWriter.com, and you scroll down or click on To Your Health. And let's see what's going on. Let's see. Okay, I was just checking the date there. Okay, there's the different health studies I was telling you about. I've added to those as well, where you can take part in health studies and help local universities and researchers, etc. And they'll very often they compensate you with some money, gift cards, etc. Okay, I'm checking for the blood drives. The American Red Cross is having 2 blood drives today. Right now, they have a crew at Hemingway Hall, 6609 Crown Parkway, so you can literally save lives by donating blood. They will be taking blood donations until 2:30. And then they're going to have another crew at the Rose of Sharon Baptist Church, 4109 Guest Road, and that will be a little later on, about an hour, from 2 until 6 this afternoon. Blood Connection, they're having a blood drive on Thursday, so I will tell you about that during tomorrow's show. How about that? Now I'm scrolling down to the Health Equipment Loan Program. They do this twice a week. 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. This is where Project Access, it's a county program, they take donations of things that you might not need anymore, like maybe you have a wheelchair sitting around, maybe you have a walker, and walkers come with and without seats, with and without wheels. They'll take whatever you have. They also accept canes, crutches, knee scooters, things that can help you, like coming out of the hospital, or maybe someone's elderly and needs a little something to help them get around and in the bathroom. So they take these donations, they clean them up and repair as necessary, and then they loan them out. People might need these items. Maybe someone is elderly, like I said, and visiting someone. Maybe you want to have something ready at your home as your grandmother or grandfather is visiting you for the summer. Or maybe you're just out of the hospital, you had a sports injury, you need a knee scooter or a cane or something like that, and you know you're not going to need it forever. But anyway, you can borrow these items for 90 days at a time. They would love it if you would donate. If you have someone who no longer is using these items, don't throw it out. Yeah, make a donation. They would love that. So they're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then Fridays from 1 until 5. That address, again, is 4206 North Roxborough Street. All right. Oh, I was going to go to the school tools page, not only to tell you about the food program, but also about the summer reading program. Before I do that, let me click on health events. I want to make sure if there's an event, I need to tell you about it now. That's health related. Let's see. Okay, so I told you about Medicare Basics, Senior Pharmacist, 6 o'clock at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Told you about that. Oh, White Rock Baptist Church and the Duke Dementia Family Support Program, they're co-hosting an online meeting of the Dementia Caregiver Support Group. So if you're caring for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, you might want to check out this meeting. It's online at 7 o'clock. So this is where and I tell you how to get there. You have to make a couple of clicks to get onto to get that Zoom link. But this is for people caring for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia. You can get some resources, get some encouragement, get some ideas. So that's going to be tonight, and that will be at 7 o'clock. All right. Also happening tonight virtually, the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program. They're hosting the Parenting with Cancer meeting for those who are parents or guardians, grandparents of kids and teens with cancer. So you can get your questions answered. Again, you get some resources and some ideas, some tips on how to help their kids or their young kids or teenagers who have cancer. So that is going to be tonight from 7:30 until 8:30. And then tomorrow at noon, the Daughters Concerned for Aging Relatives Support Group, they'll be meeting from noon until 1. That's also offered by Duke. and I have 2 ways that you can register. And again, you're getting resources, you're getting information, and also you're meeting people who are in the same situation. You can compare notes and, like I said, give each other some tips. All right, now let's go to the school tools page. I told you about the summer food program, but now let me tell you about the summer reading program. It's sponsored by the Durham Community Library. Durham County Library System. All of the libraries are participating. This year, the theme is Unearth a Story. So you're going to see pictures of dinosaurs all over the place because it's all about, dinosaurs, and, kids love dinosaurs. So anyway, you can go to any of the libraries. You pick up one of the booklets. It's like a passport kind of booklet, and then you can register and for the program. All of the books that your kids read, of course, they take the books from the library, take the books out, and you can take books out and read with your kids. And if your kids are too little to read, you can read to them and still notate, the name of the book. When you fill up the little booklet, then you take it back to the library and you get a prize, or the kid gets a prize, and get another booklet, start all over again. Also, as you turn in your reading logs, you're also registering to be part of they're going to have like a raffle kind of situation. I don't know what the prize or prizes are, but they're going to raffle something off that your kid can win. So that's also fun. They have stickers and all kinds of great stuff. So all of the libraries are participating. I have all of the addresses there for you: South Regional, Bragtown, North Regional, Maine, East Regional, Southwest Regional, and Stanford Warren. They're all participating. So definitely the summer reading program has just started yesterday, so no one has fallen behind. And it's not competitive. I mean, even if your child doesn't read enough books to win or whatever, doesn't matter. The important thing is to get the kids to avoid what they call summer slide. That happens when your child doesn't read over the summer. All they do is playing is fine. I mean, we want the kids to run out, especially go outside and get some fresh air and be active and healthy and all that. But when they don't read, when they get back to school, what often happens when your kid doesn't read, their reading skills, they're dissipating. They're it's almost like going backwards, because the other kids are reading, they're participating in these reading programs. And again, as I said earlier in the show, very often when a child feels like they've fallen behind, they're embarrassed. Sometimes they give up. Sometimes they don't have the resilience to try hard and catch up. And it's just, it can be kind of disappointing to the child and the whole family when the child falls behind, and sometimes they start getting into trouble and that sort of thing. So anyway, sign up your kid for the Unearth a Story summer reading program, because it's going to be totally fun. Because the library is full of fun books for kids of all ages, and they have books not only in English but in Spanish too. So why not, suppose your kid is like ahead in school, why not challenge your kid to take out some books in Spanish and try to learn Spanish over the summer? How about that? So that's another challenge. There you go. So anyway, I do have a link for more information, or you can just go to the library, any of the libraries, and sign up and just introduce your kid or kids to the wonderful world of reading. I was a real bookworm when I was a kid. I was terrible. I used to arrange my books by the Dewey Decimal System. I was a dork. I'm still a dork. That's fine. Dorks make the world go round in many various ways. Okay, now let's rush over to the Senior Scope page, and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, which is at 406 Rigsby Avenue, downtown. They have their own parking lot. Could be bigger, but yeah, it's becoming quite the popular place. And just a heads up, the summer fan and a small air conditioning unit giveaway will start really soon. It's going to be announced real soon. Yeah, just say a little bird told me when he just giving you advance notice on that. Now today's Tuesday, so let's see what's happening this afternoon. Now they're open late. The Durham Center for Senior Life is open late on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're open until like 7 or 7-ish, which is great because for those people, it's for people who are 55 and over. So if you're 55 and over and you're still working, you can still go to the senior center on a Tuesday and Thursday after work if you're a 9 to 5er. You can work out in air-conditioned splendor for free, okay, and get home relaxed. So let's see what's happening this afternoon. Bingo size at 1. It's bingo plus exercise. Quilt making at 1. Kings in the corner. Actually, they have kings in the corner. They have pinochle and dominoes all afternoon. So just drop by and just join. Just sit in. They're very welcoming. I mean, I did so a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know anything about dominoes. And they said, yeah, come on, sit down. We'll teach you how to play. And I was playing dominoes. It was so fun. So anyway, they have all that going on. They also have women's, oh, wait, I almost skipped over this. A DCSL band practice from 2 until 3:30. Women's pool. I mean, you can play billiards with the guys every day, but it's women only on Tuesdays from 4 until 4:45. Now tomorrow, they're going to have muscle pump at 8:40, and that's going to be live on the Facebook page, the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. They know that that's a little early for some folks, so you can participate and work out that way. They're going to have a new class called Sweat and Salsa at 9 o'clock. And salsa, they're not talking about the sauce. They're talking about Latin music. That's going to be really fun. French 1 class at 10. Total body workout at 10. That's going to be live on Facebook. Quick drawing class at 10. Ping pong at 10. Hispanic Heritage Group, fun activities in Spanish for 4 hours on Wednesdays. And learn and play pinochle at 12:30. Now let's check for the special events real quick. Let's see, today's the 16th. Let's see. Oh, a movie this evening. How about that? An evening classic movie series that they have now. Okay. So at 5 o'clock, you can drop by the Durham Center for Senior Life and watch a movie. And tonight's movie at 5 is A Philadelphia Story. I've heard of it. I'm not sure if that's about 1940, starring Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. That lets me know that's going to be corny in a good way, because those are two really fun actors. So yeah, especially Katharine Hepburn. She's an iconic actor for sure. So that's going to be tonight. I'm saying tonight, but this afternoon, 5 o'clock, the 1940 movie, A Philadelphia Story. And if you happen to know whether it's a drama or a comedy, let me know. With it being Katharine Hepburn, it's probably, I'm going to say, a light drama. Because sometimes Cary Grant is in movies that are kind of funny movies. I'm not sure, but I know it's a good movie. It's definitely a classic. If I've heard of it, then you know it's a classic. Okay. Register for Painting with Police. That's going to be tomorrow, if it's not already filled. Painting with Police is tomorrow, 12:30 until 3 in the art studio. This is where you get to socialize and paint with police officers. Everything is included, the paints and the canvases, etc., or paper. So that's going to be really fun, but it's so popular that you have to register. So call real quick, see if it's filled, 919-688-8247, extension 110, to see if you can paint with the police tomorrow. How about that? I need to mention that JFK Towers is now a satellite of the Durham Center for Senior Life regarding the special events. So tomorrow, they're going to have coffee and community at 8:30, waffles and trivia at Waffles, and trivia at 9:30. Mindfulness and stretch at 10:30. Congregate meal is free lunch at 11:30. Movie time or arts and crafts at 12:30. And JFK Towers is at 4900 North Roxborough Road. Now, oh wait, let me check for special events. Okay, on Thursday, they're going to have a diabetes self-management workshop at 9:30. Okay, just to let you know about that. And you have to call to register for that one. And I think you probably have to call the Durham Center for Senior Life for that one, because like I said, they're a satellite. So don't call the JFK office. Now, there's an independent senior center, the Little River Senior Center. They're at 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. And you can go there for free, too. Hangout. They have events, too, Monday through Friday, 8:30 until 2-ish. They also have free lunch at 11:30. And what they have over all the other centers is that they have a gym, because they used to be a school. So you can play hoops at the Little River Senior Center. How about that? Okay, now I'm going to hop over to the Let's Go page. There are other pages, but I don't want to take up your whole day. So let's go to the Let's Go calendar of events page. Scroll down to 16. Oh, started about 10 minutes ago. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're having a grocery giveaway. It's going on right now. They started at 12:30. They do this every Tuesday at 1306 Fayetteville Street. Park in the WD Hill parking lot. If that street right there is blocked, you know what street I'm talking about. I forget the name, but it's right next to the New Visions, which is next door to WD Hill. If that street is blocked, then go down to Umstead. Go just north a couple of blocks to Umstead, and then you can go around to the WD Hill parking lot that way. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. So they'll be out there for a couple of hours. So you can head over there right now and get some groceries for your family if you're struggling. Okay, and for the third time, senior pharmacists, they're having their Medicare Basics, 6 o'clock from 6 until 7 at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. And again, it's for people who are about to turn 65 who need to learn about Medicare. Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road. They're hosting free dinner skate night. That is tonight from 6 until 8:30. Admission for skaters is $15. That includes not only the skate rental, but also pizza and a beverage. How about that? Now, if you are an adult age 18 plus, just there to watch your kid and not to skate, then you pay $4. The Glass Jog Run Club, they meet tonight from 6 until 9 at the Parkwood Ballpark. I should say meet right before 6 o'clock at Parkwood. That's 5200 Revere Road. So this is a non-competitive, it's just like a fresh air event. You're joining either the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run. And it ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab on Highway 55. You don't have to go in, but of course, if you want a beverage, you can definitely do so. So this is a free event where strollers are welcome, dogs are welcome, so you know it's not a competitive event. It's people going out there. Maybe you can make a walking or a jogging buddy, and that'll help keep you active. By, you can exchange numbers and say, are you going to run today? And, let's run today. And just get out there and get some fresh air. So that's going to be tonight from right before 6 until 9 o'clock. Okay, the Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So this is for beginning and intermediate ballet dancers age 12 plus. Again, it's from, if I didn't mention it, it's from 6:30 until 8. So they start out with the stretching and whatnot, and then they get into the ballet and the balance exercises. The class fee is $10, and I do have a link to their Facebook page. Harris Beverages, which is at 1305 Hillsborough Road, they host the Durham Toastmasters meeting where you can learn how to do public speaking, how to improve your skills. And I think by now, hopefully, they're including speaking on camera, like what I'm doing. So public speaking is so important, but it's nothing to shy away from. If you're shy, I know a lot of people, when I tell them that, they're invited to come on the show, they blush and say, oh my goodness, I'm shy. So maybe you can start out with Toastmasters and then practice being on camera by coming on Bull City Hangout, which is very low key, no pressure. So Harris Beverages, again, is at 1305 Hillsborough Road. It says here to turn between the hot dog and Wendy's. And this is from 6:30 until 8. If you can't go in person, then you can attend via Zoom. So you can definitely do that. I've got the link for you right there on the Let's Go page. High Strung Violins and Guitars, they host the Irish Learning Jam at Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street in the community room from 6:30 until 8. It's a free event, and you can bring, whatever. In Irish music, typically they have like violins or fiddles and guitars and sometimes mandolins, flutes, tin whistles, and those, they have some kind of a handheld drum. I forget what it's called. If you have one of those, bring that. Ideally, you're comfortable playing in the keys of G, D, and A major, and also E minor. Those are, I guess, the easy keys. So if you don't know how, you can still, they'll help you. They're very helpful. So they do say that near beginners are welcome. And I guess if you're just a straight up beginner with a good ear, yeah, go anyway, because the music is really fun. It's really, really fun. So that's going to be, again, from 6:30 until 8 at Blacknell. Now, Aldersgate United Methodist Church, they have their weekly community pickleball, and that's from 6:30 until 8:30. 1320 Umstead Road, not street, Umstead Road on the north end of town. So head for the big building where the gym is. It's totally free. You can play pickleball all you want. Minors are welcome if they're accompanied by their parent or legal guardian. The Tuesday Blues Jam is tonight from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill, which is downtown at 709 Washington Street. It's free, so you just go in there and have a seat, order some food, which is not free, of course. It's a restaurant. Now, if you get up the nerve and you sign up to hop on stage, they will be very welcoming. You can hop on there with your guitar or saxophone, whatever, and join in. You can sing. You can provide your own mic if you like. Use their mic. If you play guitar or bass, you can use their amp. You don't have to lug your amp all the way down there, so that's nice too. So that's going to be from 7 until 10 tonight. High-strung violins and guitars, they're going to host another jam. This time, the classic country honky-tonk jam. Same place, Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street. This time, it'll be from 8:30 until 10, so it follows the Irish jam. So from 8:30 until 10, this time a piano will be available, so you can play some Floyd Kramer style piano or whatever. Singers can join in this one. That should be fun. Near beginners are welcome to this one as well. They will provide chord charts, and they will help you learn how to read chord charts if you play guitar. I think chord charts are for guitarists. I don't know about piano. I'm not sure. But I know for sure I've seen the chord charts for guitars. And I need to find out if they're for piano as well and bass as well. I'll find out and I'll let you know. Let me write that down. Chord charts, piano, question mark? Okay, so I'll find out. Okay, now tomorrow, Echo NC, they'll be hosting 1 Million Cups Durham. This happens all across the country, but here in Durham, it will, they moved. I forgot. I was supposed to change the address. Oh, they are on Hunt Street now in the Measurement Incorporated building. I forgot to change that. I'm going to change, let me write this down too, because I just found out last week that they have moved to Hunt Street. Is it it's like 300 or 400? Anyway, it's on the corner of Hunt Street, which is right off of, Durham Central Park. Hunt Street and Moores Street. It's that building that's right off the corner there. Let me write this down. I'm going to change that right after the show. But anyway, they used to be at Reed City, but now they're on in the measurement building. Okay, so it'll still be from 8:30 until 10, and this is where you get to learn what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So if you're curious, or if you're already an entrepreneur, you want to meet other entrepreneurs, maybe you want to do some business, together. That could be hip. So at 8:30, you grab a coffee and don't be shy. Work the room, meet the people, and then at 9 o'clock, for an hour, you'll hear two entrepreneurs. From two different businesses, and they'll talk about their journey as entrepreneurs, and you can get some encouragement to maybe start your own business and maybe learn what it's all about and get some tips, and maybe you can get some tips that'll enable you to skip some steps that maybe, sometimes you can like jump ahead of everybody else because you got some good information. So that's a free event. It's going to be tomorrow starting at 8:30. And I do have a link that you can click on. And when you click on the link, I'm sure it'll lead you to the corrected address. But I'm going to do that right after the show. I do have an appointment after the show, but I'm going to fix that address before I leave the house for sure. Also happening tomorrow, this is a very, very important event. I'm sure you heard about it too. It happened last week. Someone in North Carolina left their child in a hot car, and yeah. So Safe Kids Durham and the Office of the State Fire Marshal, they're co-hosting a hot car awareness event. It's going to be tomorrow at Hope Valley Farms YMCA. That's at 4818 South Roxborough Street. That'll be tomorrow from 10 until noon. You can learn about the dangers of leaving someone in a closed vehicle. Even if the windows are cracked, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. You can learn about how children have died of, they call it pediatric vehicular heat stroke. So they will have resource tables there. You can learn about, other issues. So I'll tell you who's going to be there. Of course, you can learn from the Durham YMCA's what they offer in terms of fitness and health, but also you can get some great information from Durham County EMS, the Durham County Sheriff's Office, Durham Fire Department will be there, Durham Police Department, the Durham Partnership for Children, and the NC State Highway Patrol. They will all be there with information, but in particular, the Fire Marshal and Safe Kids Durham will be leading this program from 10 until noon about the horrible, horrible dangers of leaving a child behind in a closed, or I would also add pet, because pets have died too. You don't want anybody to get hurt. Especially, you don't want that on your conscience. You don't. Ugh. Anyway, that's going to be tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Be there. Now, if you're struggling and you need food, Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road. They'll be having a food giveaway from 10 until noon. Also, Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry. They'll be giving away food, too, in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road, from 10 until 1. They have people there who speak Spanish, and at least one person there who speaks French. And you can also get free diapers. So be sure to ask about that. They have the kiddie sizes and adult sizes of diapers. So, and that's going to be from 10 until 1. All righty. Oh, and Polly Murray Center for History and Social Justice at 906 Carroll Street. They're going to have a guided home tour from 11 until 12:15. Oh, and one more thing. Hub RTP, 3151 Elion Drive off of Highway 54. They have Shuffle, a weekly outdoor lunchtime concert series tomorrow. From 11:30 until 1:30, you can enjoy some old school R&B, rock, and modern pop by Wake Moody. Free admission. All right, let's check the weather. I can tell you right now it's not very hot. But let's check the weather real quick. Let's see. Oh, it's not even 80. Okay, I thought it felt kind of cool. It's 79 degrees right now. It's cloudy. It's going to be cloudy. I can tell the sun trying to come out. But it is cloudy, and it looks like it's going to be cloudy all day and night. The high today will be 83 degrees. That's kind of perfect. That's kind of perfect indeed. Now, we're still in a drought, and they're saying that we're really kind of in danger. Don't start any fires. They're saying don't water, don't use your water hose to water the grass and wash the car and all that. I wiped my car down. What I do, I take a soapy sponge and I just wipe it down, and then I rinse it out and wipe it down again with the towel. And if I leave a few streaks of soap, I mean, it's a car. It's not that big a deal. So anyway, it looks like we might get some rain tomorrow, much needed rain. So there's a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. I'm looking ahead to Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Okay, tomorrow is going to be sunny, 91 degrees. Thursday, there's a 50% chance of rain with a high of 94. And then Friday, as you know, is a holiday, Juneteenth, and it'll be 87 degrees with a 70% chance of rain. I hope it doesn't. I mean, we need rain, but it's Juneteenth, so I hope it actually doesn't rain on Friday, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if it rains, right? So that now the sun's out. Isn't that hilarious? So anyway, that is it for today's show. I hope that you have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. I think I'm live all week unless something happens. Let's see. Ooh. If I'm not live tomorrow, I hope I'm alive tomorrow. But what I mean is if I don't do the show live tomorrow, I'll let you know in advance because there might be something that I might be having to attend tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow some kind of way. Ciao for now. Have a beautiful weekend. Have a beautiful afternoon.